Nice.
Nice cup of tea.
So, adventurers with various amounts of blurry alcohol. Who is going to offer up a recap of the last session?
I will attempt. So we were, crew were engaging with the cultists on the island, and our fellow crew who were resting on the old trays started to join us. Actually, no, one of them, I think Edge, was learning to use a harpoon and then also taming a creature of some sort. Ratbag joined us and scurried onto one of the ships. Oliver Bolivar went on a merry rampage, a very, very merry rampage. And the cultists were eventually thwarted after lots of ballista shots of various magic propulsion, and also via the ballista itself. Lots of hacking, lots of spells. Oliver Bolivar going nuts at the statue. There was a scroll that Book found that allowed you to commune with God, or a lesser god, I believe. And come back to that. There was some Aether found an ornate old hat that belonged to Jack Morrow. No, Jack Hawkin, I think. On my head. So,
Hawkwing.
Hawkwing, but it's not necessarily a good or a bad kind of association. There's to some people it might seem like not great news to be seen wearing that hat. He also picked up a straggler who he tried to kind of get to sort his life out, but he appears to be too brainwashed into following other people and is blindly following Aether around. There was a nice cauldron which Book found and is now, I don't think, even told anyone about, just in her tiny hut / room. Was there anything else? I don't think any of the cultists were left alive. I think they were all killed. The crew went back to the ship, and all the drugs were the soap was gathered up and put in a handy crate, all in one place where it could be potentially jettisoned if it needed to be. What else? I think Edge was kind of brought up to speed a little bit. After we all came back, no one was majorly injured. Was there any other loot that I forgot about?
The
Don't think
most
so.
important bit of loot is Iggy got a longbow.
Yes,
he used find objects to get.
quite. I mean, it was well worth it just to kill all those people to get one longbow.
Yeah. And then also he licked the gem on the scroll and communed with
yes,
and decided to go with M, who revealed themselves to be Murray, the creator or founder of the Broken Oath. And Iggy decided to, side with him because he can kill people still and have a good time.
And then we eventually made anchor at Morthold Docks, where we were greeted. I don't know what time. I think it was quite like evening, like late evening, probably dusky, based on our people who met with us. They were quite obviously vampires, and very keen to kind of show us hospitality. And they were leading us to, I'm not quite sure where, but we didn't really seem to question it all that much. Or did we get to that point? Yeah, they were like, hello.
It was kind of travelers. Like, welcome to Draventyr, and then we ended there.
I saw it
Yeah.
like a kind of
Corpse
cutscene.
didn't it?
The camera would have panned round them all, and the final bit would have been zoomed in on Isabella, and it'd been "Welcome to Mordhold Docks,"
Yes.
and then it would have gone black. That's how I played it.
And there would have been a 6-month break before the next
Yeah.
episode.
The first episode would have been a recap of the last episode.
And everyone was recast.
These
Top
Just
hat
for-
tails.
For clarity, the creature that Edge is feeding is a baby periton that they got hatched out of an egg from one of the earlier quests, named Rough-Cut Heiress, which is one of the many ways in which he has tried to keep on the spirit of Dagger Chitty, who was one of the Sisters of the Sword who was killed by Saturday. So Edge
Ooh.
feels a particular kind of parental almost responsibility for this thing. But
Is
also,
Periton
he's
the name
sort
of the creature? Or is it the type of creature?
yeah, it's like a sort of deer cross winged thing.
Okay.
Like a bird with antlers.
Yeah, maybe that's it. It's got 4 legs though, isn't it? Pretty sure
I
it's got
don't
4
Like a
legs.
griffin?
Yeah, kind of. Anyway, it's a baby at the moment, but he kind of wants to be able to ride it one day into battle. So that's also a thing that's going on. Edge sent a letter to Barbara Yaga. That's it.
Oh, Babs.
And also questioned Kathy on the ship to try and find out whether she seemed like she was authentic. So he's looking for possible options should the book come into his hands, and has been told by the leadership of the Sisters that should they see Saturday or Lord Carcer, they must be killed on sight.
Which I think we would have done anyway. Or at least
Yet they keep
attempted to do
escaping.
anyway. Yeah, we attempted to kill them every time, and then the guy just goes through a fucking dimension door. What are we meant to do?
Cutscene.
Indeed. So yeah, so we rejoin at the Mordhold Docks, and Baroness Isabella, with 3 local residents, are being quite welcoming and inviting. Welcome to Mordhold Docks. We've been expecting you. Please come join us. This is the perfect weather for it. I like this time of night. Come, I'll show you into the town.
Iggy riding Iggy would just trot along. Be like, yeah, okay, this sounds cool.
Is everyone else following?
Yeah, I am.
I mean,
Because I'm
yes.
16 and I don't give a shit.
Edge is going to. No, Edge. Sorry, Edge. Sorry, let's just take over Edge.
Maybe.
Just swap characters.
Look,
Um,
the book's going to look over those shoulders, like looking around, and then strolling after everyone.
Edge is-
Asa will. Oh, go on,
Go on.
Edge. No, sorry, you go.
If everyone's going ahead, Edge would probably want to try and sneak off into this building here.
Okay, so as you start going towards Baroness Isabella's beckons, can everyone make me a perception check, please? Book with advantage.
What is this for? Because I might say Iggy doesn't pay attention.
It's for I'd say Book is getting advantage because Book said she was looking behind her.
Okay, in that case, Iggy's not paying attention to his surroundings. He's going to automatically fail.
Okay, Iggy fails. 21. So with 21, and an 18. And 2 18s. You notice a sound behind you, and you turn around in time just to see just like a pebble fall from the sky and hit the ground just about here. Except you notice that it doesn't make the normal clunk, clack, 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 clack that a pebble would normally do. It goes and then just seems to sink right down. And a little green circle appears where that hole was. And the green circle starts getting bigger and bigger. And when it gets to about that big, you see quite a large hand, sort of at least 3 times the size of my hand, reach out of the circle and place itself on the stone pathway. Then another one just like it. And these hands don't seem to be... They seem to be not mechanical, but kind of cobbled together from bits. You see like bits of like fishing twine and rope and like chunks of wood and stuff in there. But they're definitely hands. And then as you see the rest of a gigantic body lurch up out of this hole and climb up, standing before you is what could best be described as a kind of, not a steampunk version, but a kind of cheap fishing village version of a mech, I guess. But its head is, the skin of its head looks completely natural. And its head is bright blue, male, looking quite angry and angular. And standing before you is this kind gentleman.
Oh, hello.
And he looks kind of puzzled at you, but goes, and at this point, Isabella and the rest of this lot are kind of backing away, not quite sure what's going on.
Iggy would shout over to them, "Is he a local?"
I had assumed that this was a strange person from your crew. This is not a creature I've seen myself.
We have no blue men in our group.
I mean, Aether will kind of just like just scratch his face.
Oh, he's blue. Oh yeah. We only have one blue man in our group.
We know this blue person.
I don't think
What?
you do.
Out of character, I'm pretty sure it's Chew, Mandy's old character
Yeah.
from our first
Yeah.
campaign.
He's looking
Yeah,
hot
yeah, yeah.
already.
He's gonna be
All
old.
that gear.
The seagull in the box on the shoulder is just an exquisite detail.
Yeah.
And after he's been waving, he
Should wave back.
He holds out a finger and he looks around all of you, and then he points at Edge. He points at you and goes,
Okay. Edge would approach. You get about a few steps in and say, "Hello. I don't think we've met."
And he holds out his hand, and it kind of fizzes a bit. As you're up close, you can tell that that this is just. This is like beyond. This is the weirdest magic you've ever seen, of this body that's woven into this completely real head, but it is just made of fishing village shit. And he holds out his hand, and as the magic fizzes, it coalesces into an image of a very kindly looking but kind of crazy looking lady. And the blue man goes, "Wifey wants a word." And this little image Just looks scary. Hello, sausage! I got your letter! And I thought, rather than piss about with birds and shit, I'd just come and give you my answer face to face. And I brought my big lad Chewie here to send the message. And Chew just kind of goes to the hologram.
Okay. So Edge at this point, I mean, presumably this is not an intimidating thing. So Edge would walk up and be reasonably open to this. But Lady Yaga, thank you for reaching out, and for all this effort you put in.
Oh, it's no effort at all. I mean, this is easy.
I actually wasn't sure if you were real. Are you in there?
What, here? No, I'm just a projection.
Ah,
But I'm a big admirer of anyone who likes books. And he asks questions about books. Books, books, books. You can do anything with books. That's what I always say.
You sure can. Says, but
well, so I mean, as I've got you here, there's a book that keeps being mentioned round and about. Some of us might be on a, well, let's say, I don't know, a quest we could call it, I suppose, to find it. And well, it's got a lot of people talking about it. Doesn't sound like it's the best kind of book. Maybe it'd be good to find somewhere to put it if and when we find it. You seem to know about books. Any ideas?
Well, I've often found that some things that are hidden are best left hidden. I mean, unless you've done something that means you've got a terrible curse on you if you don't get the book.
Yeah, that would be crazy, wouldn't it?
Oh. I find myself
But
thinking, what would I do if I had that book right here in my hand? What would I do? What would old Barbara Yaga do with that book? Oh, I'd have a good flick through that, I would. Good flick through.
Yes, go on. And then where might you put it?
Well, where I'd probably put it is in one of my special hiding places in a different plane of existence. And then what I try and do is try and, well, destroy that plane of existence.
That sounds perfect. These planes of existence, can we borrow one?
I've never been asked that before.
It's the beginning you said to start off.
You want to borrow the astral plane, do you?
Yeah, you can have it back. I mean, if you're only going to destroy it anyway.
Come closer, dearie.
That didn't come through.
I think you're the first person I've ever met who truly appreciates the power of the ladies.
Edge would curtsy a little bit at that
certainly
point.
Not let any wrong uns get me hand on it.
Okay, but the curse thing you mentioned, suppose we were cursed. I mean, who would be stupid enough to enter into a deal with a curse attached?
Who would? Oh, sorry.
I mean, technically speaking, it was Jack.
Jack's got an habit of doing things like that. Always rushing on in. Oh, every single Jack there's been. You don't often get one that's cautious. They always get themselves into scrapes.
Indeed. But anyway, so we've got this scrape that we're in at the moment, and this plane. Can we use the plane? Is that an option to us?
Well,
Maybe we keep your friend here. He looks like he'd be handy in a fight.
You're not keeping
looks like he might have some-
husband. Who's gonna rub my feet? I've sanded his fingers down just what I like 'em like.
Okay. Well, perhaps we could call on you again.
Well, if you write me a nice letter, maybe I will.
Okay.
But yeah, that book. Probably the fourth most important and powerful book that I've ever had a flick through. Been a long time since I flicked through it. Got some interesting tales in there. Of course, a book is just a book. What matters is who reads it and who takes the things that it says in the reading of the words and does the things with the words to do things.
It's a magic book.
Well, if you want to dumb it down, yeah. All books
Please.
are magic.
Book at this point, her eyes are glazed over and she's imagining finding this book and taking it to her study.
She's magic. I hope you don't let her
Oh.
die.
So, Miss Yaga, Madam Barbara,
Lady.
lady, my lady, if we get the book, you're not around to help us find the plane, can we just throw it away?
Well, throw something away, someone else might pick it up. If you lose it, it'll just end up in the Temple of Lost Things.
Ah,
That's why you gotta put it somewhere but not lose it somewhere.
okay. Well, this has been enlightening of a sort. But this plane thing, can we get into it, or is that do we give the book to you and you put it in there?
Yes.
Obviously, you can have a look through, but
All sorts of people who can get to the astral plane. You just gotta know how to do it. Not many people can blow the fucker up, though.
okay. So we just send you a letter again when we find it. What if there were some bad people who are also looking for it?
Well, depends what kind of bad people. I mean, the sword is only dangerous if it's in the hands of someone who can lift it up, isn't it?
Yes. Well, there's this chap Carcer who keeps following us around. He seems pretty nasty.
Oh, Carson. Oh, I turned his brother into a piece of rope once. Oh, shit. I never turned him back. Oh well, live and learn.
We used that rope, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Yeah.
What did we use it for? I can't remember.
To tie people up and stuff.
What, he had some sentient rope?
It was
No, it was
stiff rope.
yeah, suspiciously stiff rope. Yeah. Aether will shout over to Edge. Ask her about the Nilbog.
Yes. What's this about a Nilbog?
Oh. Don't be getting on the wrong side of a nilbog. They're mischievous lot. You try and cut their head off, doesn't do anything. You try and hurt them, they just giggle. They're all backwards, them.
Edge looks back at Aether. Is that what you wanted?
Kill it with kindness.
Oh, it's very hard for you lot to kill a nilbog. I'd try running away from it. Or throwing it in something really deep. They're not strong swimmers.
Thank you, kind lady.
Okay, but
You
anyway,
look very
this
puzzled, dear.
This rope spell you talked about, can we have that?
No rope spell, I just turned it into some rope.
Oh. Are you sure you don't want to come and join the crew?
Wow! The thing is, got quite a cozy thing going with my Chewy. And I just, I can't be going off adventuring when I've got a choo-choo train to ride.
Okay, great. Well, it was enlightening to meet you. Thank you.
I don't feel good
My
about
lady.
saying that.
Oh, it was going so well.
Chew about this.
Just remember, that book, dangerous in the wrong hands. But it was written for a reason. You just be careful with it, dearie. I wouldn't let Carcer go flicking through it if I were you.
Yes, my lady.
Righto, well, it's time for my soup. So I'll be seeing you.
Roger's going to shout out, "Bye, Babs."
Bye, Roger! By the way, I think I was meant to say something like, if there was someone called Roger, that Hecate on her way? Something like that. Anyway,
Excellent.
gotta go now. Bye.
Thanks, mate.
And he starts, he kind of closes his hand up, and the image of Barbara Yaga disappears, and he starts plodding back, and awkwardly kind of steps into the green hole, as though someone like climbing into a bath that was far too small for them, but still squeezing their way in. And just before his head goes, "It was very nice to meet you," and then pops away, and then the hole disappears.
I think after a couple of seconds staring at the hole, Edge would shake that off, turn around and try and remember where they were.
So that was a very strange experience for me as an onlooker.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to be seeing any more of appearances of strange, large things made of other things with scary looking heads on top?
Sometimes
Quite likely.
we have lots of friends.
Oh, well, it is good to know, and if you're able to give us a heads up, I would consider that a great courtesy. Shall we proceed into the town?
Yeah.
After you.
I hope I don't. Please excuse my rudeness. What is your name? Gesturing towards Iggy.
I'm Iggy. This is Eggy.
Iggy, it is good to meet you. I would obviously not presume to tell you what to wear, but it might be advisable to maybe not flaunt yourself around town with such obvious icons of certain beliefs.
I don't need this anymore. I already killed all the cultists. And you'll take the robe off. And then he'll put the... I think, yeah, what he will do is he'll get the mask and he will shatter it against the against the stone wall on the bridge. Like, yeah, I don't need it anymore.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's broken.
Do you, I mean, you've still got an idol on your back.
Yeah, he still has the idol. He'll put the idol away.
Aether
Yeah, I just
will.
used to disguise myself so I could kill some cultists earlier. They're all dead. Apart from that one
Could-
that we changed is now following that guy, and he points over to Aether. He's got his own cult starting now.
You
A-
changed
Aether-
someone, and now he is following you like some kind of familiar. I approve of this.
I mean, follow or deranged. You choose. And Aether will use elementalism to sweep up the the mess that Iggy has just made in front of our potential new friends, and sweep it up into like a little dust storm, and try and chuck it into a barrel or any kind of vessel that's on the bridge, just to kind of
I mean, there's a
tidy up
drain.
at least somewhat. Perfect. Sweep it into the drain.
Awesome. She will give you an approving nod. So please, I bid you follow me, unless there is a question.
Got a meta question. Do we recognise this lady or understand her intentions?
She
seems friendly at the moment. Is there any reason to believe that's not the case?
Give me an insight check.
Why would
Iggy thinks she's friendly.
Great.
We just
Is that
we just met them.
a global insight check or just?
So I get specifically for Edge, as you asked the question first.
Okay. Fair.
So you get the feeling that if she wanted you dead right away, it wouldn't be, this would be a pretty good place to bump you off. It's a narrow area. They toss you over the
Pillbox.
side, that kind of thing. You don't get any real insight as to whether there's an ulterior motive or not. There might be. There's nothing overtly suggesting that there is. You get the impression that she knows more about you than you know about her.
Edge calls from behind. You said you're expecting us. Where are we going?
Well, that is up to you where you ultimately end up. But word has reached my ears that the old trades is making quite a fuss at there. I had heard that you were coming here. I have many eyes and ears out there that tell me things. And I would know the ship of Jack anywhere.
And specifically, where are we going now?
I was just going to take you into my town. I'm sure that while we enjoy this time of night, as you can imagine, maybe you want to get some rest. We are very hospitable here in Mordholt Docks. We are much more kind to strangers who are not used to our ways than maybe some other people in this country.
Iggy would just blurt out, "Is everybody a vampire here?"
The use. I like someone who does not burden themselves with overthinking things. There's an honesty from just saying what you think. But in answer to your question, not everyone is a vampire here. The civilized people are. But
okay.
of course, please understand that there are a lot of misconceptions. We have no desire to bring you into being permanent citizens, if you get my meaning. And she grins a very fangy grin.
Iggy will say, "I understand." He has no idea what she's talking about.
Homer Simpson style. Edge is convinced. Happy to come along.
So, if we zoom out slightly,
Ooh.
so you have just docked, and you are crossing the bridge, and she is leading you towards the market square. And as she's talking, she is kind of mentioning various things that are in Mordholt Docks. She talks about, there's a tavern called the Bat and Three Rats. There is a distillery. The Baroness's mansion is obviously out of bounds. There are, of course, the crypts, which you're very welcome to visit, but please don't disturb those people who are having a long rest there. And she starts mentioning a lady, but then decides maybe that's for another time. And
We're supposed to see that lady's name on the map right now because we can.
Yep, that's fine for you to see that.
Okay.
And so she leads you towards the market square.
Is the market square? Does it look like it's open? Like there's activity right now. The stalls are all running.
Yeah, there's people milling about. It's not a huge number of people, but they are all the people who are out and about look very much like the people who you've come across so far. So if we are coming up from the south, they would be like so. Isabella joining, and let me just stick you guys on the map as well, just so that everyone is there. And so she leads you up into the market. As you can see, this, while it might be a little dark, and that's the way we like it, there's nothing scary or overly sinister about this place. It's just somewhere where the tendency seems to be that people are a little more long unlived than other areas of the continent. But please, do make yourselves at home. I'm very eager for you to rest, and then I would like to find out about your quest and what brought you here, who you're here with, who might be on your ship, that kind of thing. You know.
I mean, we're just humble adventurers. But speaking of which, is there any way we may be of service or any jobs going? Perhaps a notice board.
A notice board. He means the kind that takes surprising amount of effort to put into, and then is deeply unsatisfying for someone when they don't fully interrogate or follow up on plot hooks that are on various elements of the notice board. But oh, so satisfying when
that
someone
one.
does take the time to decipher a book code put on there, using the actual copy of the book. I imagine that would just be mwah.
I mean,
Will be
you know.
lagging slightly, and as she
I mean-
enters the square, she just mutter under her breath, "What? No gallows?" and then chuckle to herself for a long family joke.
So as you kind of go into the market square, the people who are with Isabella kind of spread out a little bit. But then as she's kind of talking you through things and you're having this small talk about the notes board and stuff, and she's about to start telling you more about what's where, they all just stop. And it's like they've heard something, they are waiting for something. And they look around and they start like hissing. And then their attention goes towards the open drain cover. Those at the bottom left of the market square. And almost impossibly fast, you see a number of creatures come out of that sewer. And
they're not turtles, are they? Ah.
They are not turtles. But you hear one of them who is quite well dressed, but got a slightly different aesthetic. Who comes up and says, "Oi, you creepy Sheila! Your reign of vampiric terror has come to an end, you bitch. Do you not realise the shit they're doing? You know they suck blood. Whose blood do you think they suck? The fucking vampires? I mean, that was meant as an insult, but it's quite actual. It's quite literal. But oh yeah, well, come on, guys, this is your opportunity. Let's help us fuck up these vampires and set this country free from their tyrannical reign." "You shut your mouth, you filthy dog. You commoners, you filthy vermin from the sewers. You do not know what civilization is. You do not know refinement. You are but dogs. They spit at you. You see what she's saying? The filthy bitch. Aye, boss. What that you're right. What are we? We are werewolves, not swear. We are werewolves, not swearwolves. We will do them in. That's right. We'll do them in." And they start squaring up to each other, the vampires and the werewolves. Baroness Isabella she has a slightly disgruntled look on her face, and she is just kind of backing up over here. But you get the impression it's not kind of like, "I'm hiding." It's kind of, that's for them. And it looks like it's going to kick off between these two groups. What would everyone like to do?
I think we should go to the pub.
Wait for it all to blow over.
And
Iggy sees a fight brewing and is like, "Ooh, I get to kill some people."
can Aether? Oh, go on, Iggy. Well,
No,
I mean,
you
depending
go
what
first,
Iggy's, it depends. Well, it depends what kind of crazy shit Iggy's gonna do.
Iggy's gonna ask both groups. Either you know about the Great Murray, because if either of you like Murray, I'll side with that team. He's some sort of god thing that I'm now working with.
They? Okay.
If not, the side that says they'll, I don't know if you need to pray or just like be on his side, but the side that agrees to do that, I will help. I have no idea what this voice is.
Both of them seem to have. Both groups seem to not have any real grasp of, when you talk about a god called Murray, they don't seem to have a grasp of who you're talking about. So it's certainly not a common god.
He's a new god, I think. He's over in the Amps and Burl area, I believe. And he's slowly coming into power. And he's my new friend, and he says that I can kill people if I try to tell people about him and spread his word. But I don't know what his word is yet. He hasn't really told me. But yeah, if you're willing to hear him out, I'll help whoever wants that.
How close are they at the minute?
They are squaring up, West Side Story Rumble style. I'm
Okay.
gonna say
Are we clicking?
I'm
Clicking.
I'm gonna say, Iggy, I'm gonna let you try and persuade one of the groups to that it's
I
one
kind of like
of
the
5.
vampires, so I would like to persuade the vampires. Just because I can, I will use guidance on myself. So that gives me a D4 to add. So, do I have inspiration? No, I do not. All right. So persuasion. Fuck. So it's a 6.
Okay. So you hear a voice in your head. Try harder. Maybe start off with your friends rather than strangers. Get them to believe, and I will become powerful. And you will get boons. So yeah, they are not convinced by you to follow their.
Am I able to reply to the voice in my head?
I mean, the gods are often listening, so you can reply out loud. And they'll probably hear.
It'll say, "Well, what should I tell people? You didn't really tell me what you stand for, other than, that you're Murray."
Word will come by the time you next wake.
Okay. He'll turn to the crew and go, "So who are we siding with? I want to kill one of them."
I mean,
Can
unless you...
Aether?
Oh, yep, go on.
Cool. I say, can Aether try and rip one of the? So these are like marquees and awnings and stuff in front of, like, in the square. Can he try and basically gust or elementalism, either one of the two, rip the top of one of the marquees off, like a tent or a shroud, to then drop it on them as they're squaring off to each other, like a kind of just dropping it to kind of just completely distract them, and they'll be like over the top of them, like trying to figure out what's what, and then
So it's not big enough.
something will happen after that.
So it's not big enough for you to cover everyone. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to pick some people.
Whoever's fronting up from either side. So let's say if it's like one werewolf and one vampire fronting off in front of each other, whoever's the instigating in that.
Okay, so it's either this guy or this guy.
What do you mean, the werewolf opposite?
So it's either this werewolf or this vampire.
Yeah. I would go for the werewolf.
Okay.
And do I have to roll, or is it?
I'm gonna say that you can you're casting gust. It's a gusty spell. These are
Okay.
tents.
So the werewolf was caught. It's basically caught in a tent curtain scenario. Aether will say, "Look, you say these guys drink blood, but I'm sure your diet isn't exactly plant-based. Let's hear what both sides have to say. All I know is you guys just jumped out of a drain and started squaring up."
I mean, it is true. They did start this. They attacked first, and I thank you for helping to take the wind out of their sails, so to speak. We ain't talking about shit, mate. This used to be our fucking town before them bloodsuckers showed up and took over. Started sucking the blood out of everything. Relegated us down to this fucking sewers. Do you know what the fuckers who live down there? Sorry. The ne'er-do-wells who live down there. The creatures, the beasts, deeply unpleasant. And the one at the front is just struggling, trying to get out of this tent and doing a bad job.
Iggy would say to our crew, my vote's for the vampires, because I want to do some shopping. Whereas if we kill the vampires, then we have to wait for the werewolves to take over this town before we can do shopping.
Aether will say to Isabella, kind of, because we're over in that corner, like, perhaps if you give them something to aim for, give them a target, maybe they could be of use.
You clearly have a good heart, but these are chaotic mongrel dogs. They do not have a respect for law and order. Look at them. They want to destroy everything. I want peace. These are starting to tear chunks out of each other now. This guy is still underneath a canopy, essentially tied up.
Roger would probably make the observation that you'd be kind of pissed off, kind of angry, and seem kind of like they do if you've been forced to live in the sewer. Roger's feeling the werewolves.
Well, it seems like some of you see reason and are courteous to your host. Some of you less so, but you are new to this place, and I am not one to jump to conclusions. Maybe you come and find me when you decide whether you want to be a friend of mine or if you want to be a friend of my enemies. I bid you adieu. I will let this run its course. This is not the first time. I have every faith in my wonderful, wonderful citizens to put down this horrible uprising, this rebellion. Such a nasty word in itself, rebellion. It even implies criminality. I bid you adieu and come find
Roger.
me once this is all cleared up.
Roger would like to interrupt before she disappears and just ask her, do you know someone called Hecate? Because Roger wants to see her reaction.
Give me an insight check.
Well,
23. So when she says, I have heard tales, there's, I believe, someone up north, some kind of healer, but I do not know anything more than that. With the 23, you feel like she's being honest, and that is the extent of her knowledge.
I'm still with the werewolves then.
Book could probably use thaumaturgy or to make her voice booming, and she'd shout. Sorry, along the lines of, "Cut it out! You're nothing more than rabid beasts, rabid bats, and rabid dogs."
I think he's shooting. Okay, so with the
Oh God.
with the thaumaturgy, is your aim to try and get everyone to calm down and actually talk, or are you looking to kind of telegraph that to everyone that you are a neutral party in this, What's your intention with yelling, "Everyone, calm down"?
It would be to. But could want them to stop fighting because they've just arrived, and their track record's not the best. They don't need to be banned from another continent before they even get started. So her aim is to get them to calm down, and ideally she'd want them to see sense, but stop tearing chunks out of each other. And then, depending on how they reacted, she would follow up with 2 spells or 1 spell cast twice.
Iggy's got the itch and shoots at the closest werewolf.
Sorry, has Isabella left the courtyard at this point?
She is on her way out.
Cool. Can I shout after her? We'll give you a shout about that really big tree.
She stops and turns to face you. I would like to know more about what you know. Come find me. Show me that you are not my enemy. And maybe we can help each other. And she gives you a nod as she walks away. So, we're not going to go through initiative, but I do want to know what everyone's doing. So Iggy is taking a shot at a werewolf.
Yeah, he's joining in the fight on the side of the vampires as he wants to go shopping, and this is preventing him from shopping.
Okay, overtly on the side of vampires. Roger, your team werewolf, are you doing anything? Sorry, no, before that, Book, you said you were casting some spells. So what spells are you casting?
Well, Book was going to sleep a lot of them with 2 spells, but now since Iggy started firing, Book's actually going to cast sleep 3 times, starting with Iggy.
Okay.
So an arrow's sunk into one of the werewolves. Sleep is being cast. What are Edge and Aether and Roger doing at this point? The answer can be.
It depends on the order. Like if Aether sees Book casting sleep, then he won't do anything. If he doesn't, then he would cast Gust of Wind down the center of them, down the center line, to push them back from each other.
Okay.
But it depends if he sees Book doing sleep first, then he won't do anything.
Okay, cool. Roger and Edge.
Roger is very much Team Werewolf, but is just hanging back because he's not really sure how this is playing out at the moment and really doesn't want to get bitten by a werewolf or eaten by a vampire.
Okay. Edge.
Edge has no interest in this fight at all. Is a little bit stressed and is keen to find somewhere that might have a raven. Is there a building he can slip into? He'd do that. Otherwise, he'd stand to the side, and I guess if his friends needed him, he might intervene. But there's other fish to fry, and this isn't important.
You can absolutely slip into a building. You can just go into the nearest front door if you want.
What are these buildings? Are these shops or?
There's a combination of shops and houses.
Cool. Okay. Something that looks like a standard shop would be fine.
Okay. Standard.
I don't want to slip in someone's house. That's a bit weird.
Iggy doesn't fall asleep.
Iggy doesn't fall asleep. Okay.
No, I passed the save.
So yeah, let's see what happens with the sleep then. So, and you said you were casting it 3 times.
He's gone, but yeah, he said he was going to cast it on Iggy and then twice to be able to do both for the
Okay,
groups.
so it gets all of these people, and it's DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and Brannick. Wisdom. Okay, and vampires. Wisdom. Okay. Okay, so we have.
Question: do the vampires have immunity to the exhaustion condition?
Nope.
Okay.
They have resistance to necrotic. These ones have no immunities. So we have some sleepy folk. So we have he is asleep. Oh, let's put a color on so I can see. He is asleep, and Brannick is asleep, and one of the vampires is asleep. So we have a situation now where the Brannick and the leader of the swearwolves and the vampire who was laying into him have both fallen asleep. We got one werewolf with an arrow in his leg, and a werewolf next to him has gone to sleep. So what's happening now is the remaining werewolves who are up are now dragging.
Iggy.
Sorry, say again.
So I thought Iggy made another shot. That was just his just his bow
That was
damage.
the damage from that shot.
So
Apologies.
the vampires, the werewolves are dragging their leader back down towards the sewer. The vampires that are up are, they're letting them take them, but they are looming over this one that's still tied up under a canopy. So these guys are heading down to the sewer. The ones that are up are dragging the ones that are down. And so we have vampires remaining with one incapacitated. And one of the vampires who's standing over goes, "So, you're new here. Tell me, what would you do with this? You think
I'd cut his ears off and then feed them to him and then kill him.
That's an option. That is not one of the options I was going to suggest.
Okay.
I'm
Each to their own.
somewhat disturbed by this. I was going to say, shall we just give him a quick death or throw him down with the rest of his Mongol friends?
You could throw him in the river and let him drown.
We do not throw anyone in the river. That is... No, that is not okay. That
okay.
When
Just kill him, I guess, then. I got no other ideas. I thought you wanted some imagination, but I guess not.
We are more refined than that.
I think at this point, Book would look at Iggy, and she'd say, "For fuck's sake, Iggy, Murray wouldn't do it like this."
How do you know?
There's a lot I know.
Yeah, but he doesn't speak to you like he speaks to me.
I've spoken to Murray.
As this is happening, this vampire is confused as to what's going on and takes out a blade and just. But then bends down. Why did it have to come to this? Why does it always have to come to this? Why can I just not be peace? And then starts rolling the body down into the drain.
Iggy would, as if nothing's happened just now. Can you point me into that direction of somewhere that might sell some bows, or modify bows, or kind of a bowier, I think they're called.
Does Book want to carry on mentioning some stuff that Book knows?
She will not. She'll she will glare at Iggy and she'll strop off.
For the benefit of the party, I know a guy has been invoked.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
People just willy-nilly using I know a guy. It's going
Not
to bite
willy-nilly.
us in the ass.
Could be helpful. Could be extremely helpful. So, Edge, you've ducked into a shop. You can see that everything's kind of died down outside, and the shopkeeper is inside. And so, are you buying anything? Are you just a bit of a tourist?
What sort of shop am I in?
You are in a shop that seems to be selling all manner of small creatures as edible delicacies. So you've got like kind of like a delicatessen with like little mice. You've got larger rats. You've got.
Sorry, is this like a snack shop, like a confectionery sweet shop, or is it more like a
So yeah, think of it like a kind of
like a Greg's, but it's
classier
animals.
than Greg's.
A Greg
one of these places that sells like goose eggs? Because that's a bit fun.
Yeah,
a pret.
I tell you, yeah, it's like a really nice pret, but there's animals on display as snacks.
Is
Live
there
animals?
Although they're all dead.
Cool.
Are there any lizards on a stick?
There are lizards on the stick.
Book would go and pick two up, and she'd start munching on one and say he's paying and walk out.
Okay, Edge's improvisation mode. Yes, I'm definitely in the market for. What would a Periton enjoy as a snack?
Periton. You have a Periton. What will you offer in trade for such an item?
I am not selling.
Think he wants to eat your Periton, mate?
Definitely wants to eat you. The blood of the Periton is so delicious.
Right, but they've got to be a bit bigger before you really enjoy them. So I'll tell you what, maybe I'll come back in a couple of years.
Very well, but do not think you're getting away with not paying for your friend over there.
No, of course. I'll take some snacks to beef up the Periton, the lizards on the stick, and then I'm in the market for some information as well.
People often are. What information are you after, my friend?
I've got a cheap question and an expensive one.
I'm intrigued.
I need to send a raven. It needs to get to its destination.
Oh. And how far away is his destination?
It's got to be able to cross the sea.
Oh. Sounds like magic to me. Unless you want it to take a very long time.
It needs to cross the sea.
May not be much quicker just to go and speak with the lady. Lady Belladonna is very good at that kind of thing, but her price is often a little too steep for people of a nervous disposition, which I think you probably are. No offense, of course, it's just, well,
Lady Belladonna.
Yes, Lady Belladonna. She's the oldest and wisest of us. She never leaves the crypts. That's where she's comfortable.
A true lady, is she?
She is a true lady. He gets your meaning, and he is replying with a yes.
Cool. Thank you. And the expensive question. We were just having a chat with a lady, Isabella. Not a lady.
She's a baroness, and she is very particular about this.
She was keen to have a chat, actually. What's the best way to catch her on her way home? I don't want her to miss out on the gossip.
Well, she'll be either herself also consulting with the lady. She does this often, or she will be at her home, the mansion. She is truly the best of us.
Without asking, is it obvious what that means?
No.
Okay. Fine. Edge will pay for his goods and leave.
Okay. Meanwhile, Iggy, you sunk an arrow into a werewolf.
Oh, sorry. Just one question. Does the shop have a back door that's obvious?
It does, but it's behind the counter.
Okay. Right. Sorry.
Iggy, one of the vampires comes up to you. I saw what you did, sir. I sound very much like my neighbor over there. Am I right in thinking that all of you then are against the vermin that live in the sewers? And he's directing this at Iggy, but loud enough so that everyone else can hear him asking this question of basically, whose side are you on?
Well, Iggy will say, well, can't speak for the rest of the crew, but they got in the way of our shopping trip, so, you know.
You are an intriguing individual.
I mean, I think it's best just to do what is like in front of you rather than like do the complicated thinking thing. You know, if something's in the way, just kill it and move on.
I'll have to keep my eye on you. You sound unpredictable. What about your friends?
I get that a lot. I don't know. You can speak to them. They're right there.
All of you. I saw you preparing spells, casting spells. One of you standing back, not sure what you wanted to do. Whose side should I tell the Baroness that you are on? I would hate to give her news that would cut your visit short.
What is it that you want?
Me? What I want? I want to have to no longer suffer the pitiful hates and uprisings from that miserable dog Pranic Red Moon. He comes up with these crazy tales that this place belongs to the warm skins and all of the dogs that live with him. They thought they would not know what to do with this place if they ever were in charge. They had their chance. This town was in ruin. Until the Baroness came. The Baroness was her guide, who quelled her thirst, and she taught us how to quell ours and control ours. I mean, it can't have gone unnoticed that we are not eating you right now. We have the Baroness to thank for that, and her benefactor. Benefactor is the wrong word. Her guide. She always thought of him as somewhere between a guardian angel and a generous and honorable favor. You do not want to get on the wrong side of the Baroness.
You spoke of peace when you kicked him down the sewer, but peace is both offered, given, and received. It's not a one-sided affair.
Indeed. We gave our terms. They gave theirs. There's no meeting in the middle with them. That is why they are below. But believe me, if we were monsters, we would eradicate them. We would exterminate them. But we let them live down there. We even showed them... I nearly said too much. You don't want to know the horror stories about the real monsters who live down there and what they do. We told them who to avoid and who the real monsters are. But enough of this small talk. Come now. Do I give the Baroness good news? Or do I disappoint her? You, sir, the strong-looking one. You have said very little. And he's gesturing over at Roger. I would be keen to understand what you think and what I should tell the Baroness.
I'm just teenager. I don't really know anything. I don't want to get involved. I've upset enough people and they're after me. I don't want to upset anybody else by saying anything I shouldn't.
Well, if someone is after you, the Baroness can give quite the protection.
Roger still looks very undecided.
I will go and report to her that you have mixed feelings about this. Do not worry. You will not be killed for this, but you might not be as close of friends with her as you might like.
I'd like her to realise that I've been burnt before and don't trust anybody now.
There's a difference between not trusting someone and agreeing that her enemies are enemies. Did you hear the language they used? Despicable. But
I'm 16. I use that language all the time.
I am not surprised by this. So, you wanted to know where the shops are for bows. I will tell you. If you go just over there, this is where the hunting equipment is. We don't often have much need for traditional hunting equipment, but It will suffice for you. We keep a good stock for the tourists. The rest
Thank
of
you.
I advise you either go and make your pleas or your appeals to the Baroness, or find somewhere to sleep. This is the night time for you, of course. Of course, you are free to roam around a great town. The Baroness sees everything. And they will start making their way away.
Book will very quickly say, as they're turning to go, what do you know of Lord Carcer?
He is no lord. No true lord. He is nothing
Well,
compared to the ladies.
a friend of my enemy might indeed be my enemy.
Yes, that logic checks out. It's not the slickest of sentences, but this is accurate. Believe me, if there's opportunity to erase the lords, I will be with you in the fight. I bid you adieu. And they walk off. And as they walk off, everyone give me a perception check, please. Oh, Roger and Edge. You hear from
Oof.
definitely not Book. You hear from down in the sewer grate. It's not safe for you up there, mate. The filthy vampires, there's no escaping that truth. You come down here, you sort shit down here for us, or you fuck up them vampires. Sorry, you doing them vampires. You help us take this town back. You're a friend for life, you. Where would everyone like to go?
I'd like to go to the bow shop, the hunting shop.
Inside the shop there is there's not a massive selection, but there's some bows.
I'll go up to the counter. I'll take my bow out and say, "Can I have some help, please? I got a new bow because my last bow broke. Well, I want to try and make sure this bow doesn't broke."
Interesting. So you want it reinforced? You want it extra durable? You want to increase the door rate, or you can just buy a new bow, or you want me to work on this for you?
I could buy a new bow, but I don't have a lot of money.
What do you have?
I have 57 gold pieces.
57 gold pieces. In exchange for that, I could make you the finest of bows, perfectly crafted for your physique. Tell me, what quarry are you hunting?
It could be anything really. People, monsters, all sorts. We kind of travel a lot, so we kind of see a lot of different enemies.
You give me that 57 gold, I will give you a newly worked bow with the finest of arrows. Guaranteed quality. Excellent against monsters.
That sounds like a good deal. You seem very trustworthy. And I'll give you half an hour and the rest when it's done.
I shall hold you to this. You leave your bow here, and in 2 nights' time, it will be ready. Please remove half your gold from your inventory, and your bow is currently with this person. Everyone else, you have a choice. You can head down to the sewers. You can. I'll put the town map.
Having heard that, and getting the sense that Roger heard it too, Edge would just gently push him to one side and say, right, I think it's time you grew up a little bit. Got a job for you.
Ooh.
Go and check out the sewers.
Yay!
Find out what you can. I've got some people to follow. And Edge would put up his coat a little bit and attempt to pursue the vampires in as subtle a way as he can.
Interesting.
I'm going to the sewers.
Alone, no
Ether would
less.
offer his assistance.
With following the vampires or accompanying Roger down into the sewers?
Accompanying Roger down to the sewers.
Okay. What is Book doing right now?
Book was very tempted to just go find a shop, and also kind of tempted to go shopping because Iggy's going shopping, and she's there in a huff, thinking he's a liability. And then when Edge skulks off, she's gonna follow Edge, just walking along, not making any efforts to hide herself.
Okay.
Just slowly.
Edge would not have invited that.
Would Edge make any signs?
No, he speaks to Roger and then deftly and stealthily, as a role would allow, pursues the vampires.
Are
Okay.
you doing a stealth? I mean, let's see if Book would perceive that, considering she's in a bit of a shot. No. She's thinking Edge just popped his collar up and because he's cold and he's wandering off. So she's going to stroll after him, assuming he's going to find an inn or something.
Can Edge? Can you please give me? Can you tell me what if you're doing anything extra to enhance your stealthiness, or if you are just kind of lurking along the background, kind of hiding in the shadows? Make me a stealth check, please. If you are,
So Edge would be tailing. This looks like a fairly straightforward-looking village, town, whatever it is. Right angles, if need be. See roughly where they're going. Peel off down a side street. Wait for them to pass. Yeah.
okay.
He's hoping his skills pay the bills.
Which
So-
way are we going?
So the let me draw some lines. Freehand. So the three vampires that Edge is following went out this way. Then they went down here.
We're not seeing anything. Are you drawing on the right layer?
Oh,
There you
there we
go.
go.
Oh, there we go.
And then, after they've gone there, maybe to there, they turn back around. And start heading that way.
Iggy is going to get on Eggy and he's going to fly over back to the ship as he spent all his money, so he can't afford a room. So he's just going to go back to the ship and sleep on the ship.
Okay.
I think at that point, because Book wasn't necessarily hiding and she was just strolling, she would have, when they're on the pier, probably just walked past them and gone to the ship.
They would not have stopped you. So Edge is the only one who has seen them go into the bat and three rats. They've gone there, taking their sleepy buddy with them, and it seems like a very quiet night in the tavern. It's not a rowdy place, but there's the people in there look all very similar vampire-like folk. The Baroness, you've been told, is going to be either at her mansion or with Lady Belladonna. What would Edge like to do after seeing them go in? Are you continuing to eavesdrop? Are you entering the tavern? Or are you doing something else?
No, not entering the tavern. Are there any people in the streets?
It's quite quiet. There's not a huge amount of activity, but there are people milling around. They all look nice and well dressed. It doesn't seem to be like the big class disparity that you can see up on the streets that you might see in other places like this. It seems like everyone's doing pretty well. Everyone's very well dressed.
All sounds frightening like that place with all the lovely healers where we ended up getting cursed from it. Can I approach one of these people? And can I be tossing one of the little trinket charm things I've still got in a pouch somewhere? Mm-hmm. Good day. Well, good evening. I'm something of a tourist in this town. I wonder. I heard the Baroness's mansion is gorgeous this time of night. Which way do I go to find it?
You've clearly not been here before, have you?
No. I'm just so struck by the beauty of it.
Well, you seem like a good person. I will show you. He places a hand on your shoulder, and you can feel it's icy cold. And he just kind of very gently turns you around. You see that giant building over there? No, not that one. That is the horrible one. We do not go to that place. The beautiful building over there. That is the Baroness's mansion. It is quite beautiful. Do not go to that place. And he is pointing over in this direction. How long are you staying here in the Mordhold Docks?
Well, I mean, you never like to guess these things before you leave, really, do you? And Edge hands him one of the little trinkets. Stay lucky.
Interesting. I do not wish to be rude. And please forgive my ignorance. Is this a local custom of yours? I do not want to cause offense if I am meant to give you something back.
Oh, no, your hospitality is all I need.
Well, as it so happens, if you wish for hospitality, please feel free to stop by. I own the distillery. If you wish to have a proper drink, a local drink, something that's not for the tourists, something real, feel free to pop on
by. And good night to you, sir. Or madam, depending.
I bid you adieu. And how very progressive of you to not make assumptions. I respect that. So, Book can I will let Book have done some shopping before this, if that's what you want to do while he was shopping. So if there are particular items that you want, and if it's kind of like, is there a shop? Is there a thing? Can I buy it? Yes or no? I'm super happy to do that via WhatsApp afterwards. If it's information you're looking for or more interaction, we can play that out. It is entirely up to Book.
A book is thinking about Jim, thinking about the black spot, she was very tempted to go try and find the lady. But she'd probably be fully aware to take a gift, and she doesn't have anything to take. So she went back to have a look through her stuff, see if there's something of value. She finds the scroll, and she thinks to give it to the lady, but instead she goes and pins it to the door of Iggy's room.
Interesting. Okay. Meanwhile, Roger and Aether are heading down into the sewers, just the two of you. And as you climb down, it's a full moon. No, it's not a full moon. It's a waxing crescent. So there's light coming in, is basically what I'm saying. So the immediate area is lit up around you, but the rest of the sewer looks very, very dark. Can you each give me a perception check, please?
Yes.
18. That's pretty good.
Oof, not so much.
Okay.
Can I just say that Roger is really hoping that these werewolves are called Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo. And if they're not, that's what he's going to call them anyway. Anyway,
What
carry on.
might be down there? Who knows?
So, Roger, you hear this. Aether, you do not. So it's entirely up to Roger how much of this you share with Aether. But you hear the sounds of some werewolf accents. And they're canonically werewolf accents, not any other accents. Kind of talking like they sound beaten up, upset, downtrodden. You hear words like, "Don't forget where we moved them." "No, don't go that way." "Oh God, it's taken him." "It's too dangerous to stay down here. We need to take up there." And in the far, far distance, you hear a scream from further in the sewer. And that's where we're going to call it tonight.
Oh,
Nice.
gelatinous cube.
It'll be fine. I've still got
Jeez.
mushrooms.
Oh man.
So you haven't upset. You haven't out and out insulted or upset the Baroness. The vampires seem very happy and nice, generally, when you meet them on the street. But there's definite... The ones that have left have gone to take a look, but have gone via the pub instead of going straight to the Baroness. Seem to be going to report that you're not all the way on the side of vampires. You've been told that there's a lady in residence around here called Belladonna. And you've been told a little bit of stuff about the Baroness's origin. And she is very interested in Edge mentioning the big tree. And Aether and Roger might be in a very dangerous situation. They might need
Danger's
some
my
help.
middle name.
They might need some help quite quickly. Who knows? But yeah, we will come back to that next week.
Awesome.
Cool.
And I have absolutely no doubt at all, no doubt that we will be rolling initiative next week.
That one of you will die.
I think I'm 50% sure that one of you will die.
A squishy mage and a child. Yes.
Steady
I've
child.
still got Terry the Large Bone. He solves everything.
Iggy's gone to sleep, so I don't think he's very much help in an immediate fight unless someone can
Dreaming
go
of his
over
new bow.
So
him. Well, yeah, he doesn't have a bow right now.
No,
He
it's
gave over his
Christmas
bow.
Eve, Friggy.
2 more nights to go. Right, anyway,
but
team, I'm off.
All
See you,
right, good
Manny.
night.
Burke would have
Hey.
put her feet up to tuck into a book in a study, but she will have thought about then. I wonder what's up with them in the sewer. She's never been into the sewer, so she can't send it to the sewer. But she would drop she would just cast clairvoyance and drop an orb right next to the sewer grate. And it'd be sight at first to see if there's anyone around, to see if you guys are hanging about. But then later it would switch to sound
Okay.
while
Interesting.
she's reading.
Lovely.
Any idea who might be this kind of Baroness's benefactor?
We only know one Baron. We don't like him.
Oh yeah.
There's no reason to believe it's related. It's
Okay.
title.
Oh. When you said him, at first I was thinking it might have been a her, which would have made sense. Because who else do we know that doesn't drink blood? Saber.
Everybody?
Could,
Oh.
could it be? Could it be
It
Saturday?
could also be a Vilk.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Or...
That's the
No,
best.
Vilk was killed, wasn't he?
No,
No.
he took the zombie guy we had following us, Eric. Was it
Yeah.
Eric?
Eric
Uh,
and Eric.
Oh yeah.
To take him to become his subordinate vampire.
What about Eric?
Um,
Wasn't Eric
then I
like
don't-
the kind of
it
reanimated?
was Shambling Eric,
corpse?
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because and I carried him around for a while, and then he got turned into a vampire, and then him and Evilk went off.
yeah.
But what is weird is Clive's hand being Evilk's hand, then went on to obviously.
Ken.
Well,
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
The path from that minor shambling thing through to that's the thing that killed the great old gods.
Everything's connected.
Oh yeah, there's
That
lots of
was
stuff
all
that-
planned when I made Clive. When I made Clive, that was all planned out.
So if anyone is I will give more clues, or rather I will point out things that are clues so that you can see that they're clues even though they're already clues that you have, if anyone is spending any downtime studying particular things or looking at stuff. But otherwise there's a lot of stuff that you already know that can help piece things together. As I say, it was a lot of getting in and determining whether you were going to pick a side. That was the purpose of this one. But yeah, next time we will discover what's happening down in the sewers, and if anyone wants to pay anyone else a visit.
I'm up for siding with the vampires, as I feel like we always go with the underdogs. They'd be cool to not do that for once.
To be honest, the vampires don't like Casa, so
yeah, that as well. Yeah,
that's the biggest benefit to us right now.
we ate that guy.
But we've got the potential. Let's do a thought experiment and say she is the Baroness of the Baron, who is Saturday.
But Saturday's been sealed in a cube, and that Kathy did.
Yeah, but where is that cube? Actually, never mentioned
that. Tom has it.
Oh, okay. But is it possible that she's being influenced by that? Not real, because think how many times we've gone, oh, this lovely person's all lovely and whatever, and then it's the accent's changed. It's been fucking Saturday all doing his thing. I'm just a bit bitchy about that.
It happened.
Yeah, but
And
So
it
is it
was
possible
because Tom
that-
stole something from Saturday and used that item.
Well, Tom's never been the same since, eh?
Oh, I don't know.
Never see the guy anymore.
Today, still.
Anyway, is it possible that they think they don't like Carcer, but they're actually being subliminally influenced?
We don't know. We'll have to progress the story and find out.
What? Oh, you just
probably
skip
more-
it.
It's far more fun to ask and see what Rick's face does.
Hmm.
What,
And
see if
also, I feel
go,
we start making
"Oh, yeah,
decisions
that's a
rather than
good
trying
idea."
to.
I mean,
He is now.
also,
I'm-
if the message gets back from fucking hell Edge, that the vampires don't like Castle Red Moon, I mean, that's all the more reason to go and see what that's all about.
But that's
So-
probably connected to the werewolves, right?
Yeah, that's the werewolves. It's the same surname as the head,
S-
as the leader of the werewolves.
Yeah.
So
But
in terms of kind of that, let's say stuff and see what Rick's face does. We are at the stage of this where the law and who's who and people's intentions and stuff like that is completely decided to tedious detail and is set in stone. There is story wise, like big picture story wise, there is nothing that is like on the fly in terms of people, their motivations, what they're planning, where allegiances lie, and what they are going to be doing while you guys are doing other things. I am very bad at my job because I spend a lot of time doing this.